Officer Bruce McMullen.
Councilman Spinoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The committee met this morning and chose to move item number 34 downstairs for full council discussion, and I so move.
Thank you very much. It's been moved by Councilman Spinoza. It's been seconded by Councilman Morrison. Any discussion on this item, 34?
Maybe he said it.
Councilman Brown.
Thank you. Attorney, working part-time?
Yes, Councilman Brown. In the model of Robert Spence, and then what was the man's name who worked for Hackett? Cliff Pierce. Cliff Pierce and Robert Spence both worked part-time at the city and kept their law firm. And when I get an opportunity to get a high-quality lawyer like Mr. McMullen, who frankly I couldn't get if he had to come here full-time, I think it's well worth. So that's why he's going to be an excellent city attorney. And it's worked well in the past.
Well, that was a pass. But the statement I'm going to make is that anybody goes to law school, admission process, at least we could pay this attorney $100,000 a year. I could put a motion on the floor because I don't even like what the city council's attorney made. Does $500,000 worth of work and only gets paid peanuts. My thing is that I'm saying I want to move this salary. This salary should be moved up with Attorney McMullen. I think he should be making $100,000, Mr. Mayor. I think that anybody in the legal profession needs to be compensated fair. And I think that would be a fair assessment of a part-time.
We'll be getting a bargain at either figure.
Right?
We will be getting a bargain at either figure, Mr. Brown, 90 or 100.
Oh, I know. He's at Baker Donaldson, if I'm not mistaken. He's a good attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I need to put that in the form of a motion? Okay, I motion to move Attorney McMullen up to $100,000.
All right, so there's been a motion to amend this to increase it by $10,000 to $100,000. There's a second by Councilman Ford. Well, do you want to speak on the? No. Okay. Is there any objection? Without objection, we'll just amend it. Okay, it's been, all right, so we'll go to a vote on special item number 1. Please set up special item number 1.
You want discussion? This is discussion. Got a question in the queue.
Thank you. Councilwoman Robinson.
I just need to be clear. In my mind, I need to be clear. This particular individual will be working part-time for the city. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. And that's probably a little bit misleading because the amount of time that he is spending on it, if you bill by the hour, would far exceed either of the figures that are being discussed. But yes, he will maintain his law practice at Baker Donaldson.
Let me ask another question. How did we come up with the 90 and then tonight we decide it's 100? Are we just pulling numbers out of the air? Where are we getting these numbers? Don't we have a compensation team?
I base the 90, frankly, on what the approximately what the council attorney makes.
Doesn't mean that's the amount that he negotiated. What does our compensation analyst have to say about these salaries? My concern is that we can't just sit here as a council and make decisions and change numbers, and we don't have the proper data and rationale to do so. that doesn't send a good message to the citizens of Memphis. I don't have anything negative to say about any of the applicants here tonight. I don't have anything negative to say about their salaries. I like to see people make what they should make. However, there should be a process in place with the proper documentation, and we should not be acting on anything just out of the air. We should have that documentation before us, and that is reasonable for us to do for every citizen in the city of Memphis. We just don't spend money like that. We don't pay people like that. There's a process, and we need to make sure that we engage that process for every employee. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Robinson. Councilwoman Full.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chair. The maker of the motion, is that Councilman Brown? Councilman Brown. Mr. Chair, Councilman Brown. I have a question I would like to ask. What is your rationale behind raising the salary from $90,000 to $100,000?
My rationale is, Council Lady Fully Love, my rationale, are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
My rationale was because I know that the city must have an excellent attorney to mess with the cases that we're dealing with. And like I stated previously, our council attorney is not making a fair wage for what he does. You're dealing with 13 people up here. And at the same time, he's responsible. And the salary that he's making is not fair, and it's not a fair salary. But on the city attorney as well, $90,000 is not enough for a city attorney, even part-time. That's reading $100,000 makes us look better out across the country. It is worth $100,000 to be a city attorney over a city who has a budget of $630,000 or $50,000 and has a citizen that's basically all $680,000 at $700,000. There's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of liabilities going to come through that office. Through that office, everybody wants to sue the city of Memphis and any other city, any other municipality. They want to sue. You have to burn some hours. He's not on the clock. He's going to have to work on some issues at home. He's going to have to work on some issues on his law practice time. That's just the beast itself. We got a lot of cases that's pending. It's going to take the city attorney and some more attorneys, every attorney that we have in this building, to help work on it. There are some difficult days ahead when it comes down to practicing law. So that was my rationale. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I really thought this was tongue-in-cheek, but I see that my colleague is very serious, so I'm going to back away from that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Full. Councilman Morrison.
I just want to make a statement for my objection, and obviously it has nothing to do with the city attorney designee. Obviously, I think he's brilliant to be where he's working, and I think Mayor Strickland has put together a heck of a team. But I simply think that Mayor Strickland throughout the campaign and this council over the years has kind of held the line on money and how we spend it. And I'm assuming, and Mayor Strickland, you can certainly address this if you like, I'm assuming that your city attorney designee has accepted the salary of $90,000 that you proposed?
Yes, sir.
And I think this council should stick to that. Ms. Robinson summed it up very nicely. We shouldn't be pulling numbers out of the sky. We shouldn't work that way. We've never worked that way. So I certainly agree with also Councilman Fully Love, who's questioning the logic behind it, and I understand Councilman Brown's passion for it. But the fact of the matter is the mayor has chosen his designee. They've agreed on a salary, and I think he will be a compliment to the city and an asset, and look forward to having him on board. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilman Morrison.